Hello and welcome to round 7 of the ARLTV V8 Supercar Championship. I am Luke Emerton and we are here at the Mid-Ohio Sports Car Course for the 7th round of the V8 Supercar Series. Boys just finishing up qualifying now. We'll quickly run through the track guide. So the boys will be doing, I think it's about 37 laps of the track tonight with 60% fuel, so definitely one pit stop required. Wind speed isn't going to play too much of a role, 16 kilometers an hour. Track temp and humidity perfect for racing. Air temp at 30 degrees Celsius. We'd like to thank our sponsors GT Omega Racing for your sim racing needs. Leo Bodnar, good mods and that for your pedals, especially G27s. And also Sim Garage. And last but not least, you can get us on Twitter and on our Facebook. And make sure you log onto those to get the most current updates for upcoming races and seasons. So just on the last lap, last few cars finishing their qualifying sessions. Looks like we have Jared Fizzell currently on P1. Clayton Brooks is in third, Tobias is in second. And we have Kurt Stenberg in fourth, Mark Wilmington in fifth, Shane Best in sixth, Andre Hagenheim, who I believe is a new driver for this series, is just entering, and Shane Brooks in eighth, Isaac Figueroa in ninth, and Brenton O'Brien in 10th. Boys now just getting ready to line up on the grid for this race. Should be a good race, challenging course, Mid-Ohio, lots of undulations in the track. Have to be very gentle on the throttle around here. With Tobias Ernie coming off a nice win at Bathurst, and should be looking to do well with I noticed one of the ANZ boys are now back in for this week, so that should give the Daco boys a good run for their money, the Power 1 team there. Smaller grid this week, a few of the boys down at the Melbourne Grand Prix F1s, so only 15 cars taking the grid, so a lot of good points for offer here. Just standing by for the starters' orders. Last few cars taking the grid. Sounds like revs are rising. Holding them a fair bit here. Looks like one car's missing and the lights are on. Revs rise for round 7 of the ARLTV V8 Supercar Championship.
Green flag, green flag.
And they're underway, green flag. Tobias Ernie and Jared Fizzell with a good start there. Coming into turn 1, nice sweeping left-hander here, boys gotta be careful. All seem to get through it pretty good. Just starting to single file now, coming into turn 2. Big right-hander will be a passing opportunity for sure later on in the race. Nice clean start here by the boys down the long back straight through the kink. Running the full course at Mid-Ohio today. Tobias out in front. Followed by Jared Fizzell and another one of the TAG boys there. Looks like Clayton Brooks. Tobias Ernie once again out in front of the pack, but the tag boys here doing a good job sticking on his tail. Just looking a bit further back in the pack now. Field just spreading out slightly. So looks like Shane Best just had a little bit of a moment coming into the braking there of the last chicane. Back up to our leaders now. Tobias now extending that gap slightly. This track's been a bit of a challenge for the boys this week. It hasn't been run on the ladder now for around 2 seasons, I think, 2 full years. So last one I found digging through the YouTube archives was in 2012, I believe. So all new car since then, new tyre model and new handling characteristics. So boys have had to pretty much start from scratch with their setups. Looks like this 3-car train here at the front has got a bit of a gap going. Let's see here, Tobias Ernie now out to about a 3-car lead. Currently, behind him Jared Fizzle in second. Just run through the top 10 after the first couple of laps. We got Tobias Ernie in first, Jared Fizzle in second, Clayton Brooks in third, Kurt Stenberg in fourth, Mark Warmington in fifth, Shane Best in sixth, Shane Brooks in seventh, Andre Hagem in 8th, and Brenton O'Brien in 9th, and Jamie Eaton in 10th. Just in back in the pack now. Got a good little battle here between Brenton O'Brien and Jamie Eaton. It's going to be for 8th. No, 9th and 10th. Jump on board here with Jamie Eaton as he chases down Brenton. Now has a little moment there. Nearly ran into him up under brakes. Very challenging through this section. Up and downhill braking. Car gets very loose on the change of direction. He's got a run on him here. He might have a look going into turn 1. Decides better of it, or as Brenton gets very loose. You can get a run on him. It's too far back now to have a dive into the right hand up at turn 2. And just behind these boys is another good battle going on here. Jamie's under attack now. So have a look, he gets a good run. Oh, he's got a couple of wheels on the grass, gets very loose. Still got the inside run here. Jamie braking late, holds his position. It's Brian Monga there in the Orion Falcon. Orcon, sorry. One of the Aloha boys there, getting in on the action. Good little mid-pack battle here. We'll just go back up and have a look at the leaders up front now. Looks like these three have got themselves a nice gap back to Kurt Stenberg in 4th. The tag boys are doing a good job at sticking with Tobias. He's had the race pace the last few weeks, as we've seen, and with the tag boys being absent, he's run away with the wins a few times. So good to see some stiff competition. I know he mentioned last week that he was looking forward to the boys being back. Give him a bit of a run for his money. Lead hasn't changed much, although it's down to just under half a second lead now for Tobias. Going to Shane Best. He's got a bit of a battle on his hands with Mark Warmington here for what are we at? 5th and 6th. Oh, and there's contact there. That's very unlucky. Just got a little bit loose and up the inside. Just have a look at the replay of that one. Go back a little bit further. As he comes around, it just looks like just got a little bit loose on entry, but a bit of a racing incident, I'd say. But hard to tell. He's carried a lot more speed than Shane through that corner, and Brenton was unlucky to to avoid all that contact in there as they came over the hill. Very blind corner that. So now that's really closed in this mid-pack battle as we go back live. Sorry again, the overlays aren't working properly with the replays, so just bear with me. Shane looks for a big move up the inside on Jamie Eaton there and gets the job done. Looks like Jamie's going to have a look back down here at the end of the straight. Sticks the nose out, but thinks better of it. And in the commentary box by myself tonight, Alex Simpson, our regular, racing a series tonight. He should be back, I think, the Asian GT Championship later on, but unfortunately I'm all alone, so bear with me as going solo is not my thing normally. So we'll just go back and have a look at the leaders once again. And Tobias now out to about a 1 second lead, followed by Clayton Brooks, not too far behind. 2 ANZ boys working hard. They're doing a lot of practice this week along with everybody else, so and Tobias just stretching the ANZ boys on a little bit of a team battle there. He's managing just to get a little bit more ahead. Might take this opportunity when he comes around and we'll go for it. Onboard lap with the old gyro cam and see how much undulation really is in this track. It's hard until you really drive it. The camera angles don't do it justice until you actually ride on board here. It's just got to be so careful on the throttle. It's so easy to get the car loose, especially once the tyres start to wear out a bit. Real challenge to keep the thing on the tarmac. Just jump on board now as he starts his lap. there is one hot lap with our leader Tobias around Mid-Ohio Sports Car Full Course, and as you could hear there during that, it does sound like they're saving a bit of fuel. Having not turned any laps myself this week, I'm not sure exactly how many laps you can get out of 60% worth of fuel. I would dare say, even though they're saving fuel, that you would need to take a pit stop. Looks like now also the ANZ boys are starting to spread out a bit. A fair bit of a gap there now. There's 1.4 from Tobias to Jared, and about another 1.5 seconds back to Clayton Brooks. So while we're on board there, someone might have had a little bit of a moment. Just have a look back here. 13th position, Brian Monga. He's got himself a good little battle here. Deep under brakes, good little 3-car battle here. This is for 8th, 9th, 10th. A bit further back, a Aloha car there of Damien Akonshi is under attack by the 2 redback racers there, Niels and Jamie Eaton by the look of it. The mid-pack, as we say every week, always offers up some good racing. When the front guys are spread out a bit, mid-pack is very competitive between all teams. Just looks for the move up the inside here of Damo, and he gets the job done. Oh, Damo very loose. He's going to get done here by one of the redback boys. I think that's Jamie Eaton up there. Damien just getting loose off that last turn 2, losing a spot. To Mr. Eaton. Oh, very close on the brakes there. Just have a look at the back now of Jamie's car as Yonchi tries to chase him down. Great mid-pack battle. Also Shane Best trying to attach himself to the back of this battle. As these boys fight, their time's dropping just a little bit. Oh, Damo, nice big slide out of there with the camera. Just have a look from the air as we come looking over the top of this battle now. Able to get a bit of draft down this straight, but again not close enough to try and make the move. Oh, gets nice and deep under brakes there. Brian doing a good job at keeping the car on the track under a bit of pressure here, sustained pressure. So we'll just do a recap, 12 laps in. Oh, there's a bit of a battle. Shane Best just attaching himself now to the back of Niels Jordan, putting him under a bit of pressure as well behind these boys. Just run through a top 10. After 12 laps, you've got Tobias in first, Jared Missile in second, Clayton Brooks in third, Kurt Stenberg in fourth, Mark Mormington in fifth, Shane Brook in sixth, Andre Hangham in seventh, Brian Monga in eighth, Jamie Eaton in ninth, and Damien McConchy rounding out the top 10. Let's go back to our leader now. Tobias has opened up that gap now to a full 2 seconds under Jared Fizzle, and Clayton Brooks is another 3 seconds behind that, so these front guys now spread out a fair bit. Definitely not a track where you can have a relax, that's for sure. Very physical track on the drivers. You could see on that onboard lap with Tobias that he was fighting the wheel most corners. A lot of oversteer. Just the way it's designed, this track suits more high downforce cars, IndyCar. Definitely not one for the big brutal V8 and its low downforce abilities. Oh, looks like we got a car off there. See exactly who that was, just checking the time sheets. Looks like one of the blue flag races. It might have been Isaac who was running in 15th, just had a bit of a moment there. Let's go back to this mid-pack battle again with Jamie Eaton, Damien Bungie and Brian Walker. All these boys doing a great job on this challenging track. 14 laps out of 38. Dare say, without knowing, the pit window shall be opening soon. It'll be interesting to see what the boys do. Looks like the front runners were conserving fuel, so whether they decide to take tyres or just splash of fuel and get back out there. Tobias still with only about a 2 second lead, so 2 ANZ boys definitely trying to keep with it. This 4-car train, and now you've even got one more joining in there towards the back. McConchy putting a lot of pressure on Jamie Eaton here, coming down the back straight. Oh, side by side coming in the braking zone. Damo will look to, as Damo runs wide. Damien's off. He'll recover, but he's lost a lot of positions there. He's lost about 4 spots. Just go to an instant replay. Comes down, gets to the outside of the redback racing car there, and just can't get it pulled up in time and runs wide. Very easy to do. With the grass sloping away from the track, very hard to get it back onto the track. We'll go back live. And we have a car in the pits, one of the redback boys, don't know, could be the start of a scheduled stop. We'll see how long he goes for. Doesn't look like any damage. Just decides to get out of that battle pack and maybe try and get some fresh air into the front of that car. Also, we've had Andrew Higham, I would say, correct me if I I've pronounced that wrong, has already done his pit stop, about 16.3 seconds. And 16.8 there for Jamie Eaton, so I would say that's a scheduled stop with tyres. I just saw Tobias go past. These boys now in their pit window, looking to get a nice efficient stop done. We've also got Renus Dredges in the pits now from 15th. Been a bit of shuffling back there in the pack that I can see. Tobias there just dealing with some lap traffic. Moves out of the way for him. It's a good job there. Tobias doing a good job once again, keeping it consistent. Oh, tag car with a bit of damage there on it. Not sure where that happened, but that could explain the reasons for such a large gap back to his teammate. Now that gap between Kurt Stenberg and Clayton Brooks is actually tightened right up within 0.6 of a second. It's a battle for third and fourth. Just go back to Tobias now. It's getting out in front, 2.2 second lead, back to Jared Fizzle, and Clayton Brooks behind him. Kurt Stenberg in fourth, Mark Warmington in fifth, Shane Brooks in sixth, Brian Monga in seventh, Niels Jordan in 8th, Brenton O'Brien in 9th, and Damien Magonchi rounding out the top 10. From the top 10, there is nobody that has made a pit stop yet. First of the stops is in 11th with Andre Huygen, and also Jamie Eaton and Reese Rangers has made his stop as well. Tobias once again ignores the pit lane and continues around for another lap, lap 17. If history is anything to go by, he will be probably stretching his pit strategy out right to the end of the allotted laps. Got a few more cars in the pits now. Damien Magonchi has decided to pit, and Brian Monga has just come out of the pits, 18.6 seconds. Bit of a longer stop there, but just maybe taking on a bit extra fuel just in case. And it looks like Mark Warmington first of the top 5 into the pits. Looking for a nice clean exit now. 17.7 seconds, so a little bit longer than the average so far. Comes out into some nice fresh air. Got the new livery going there. KRF has jumped on board and given them a major sponsor on the side of the car. Flying under the Blue Flag Racing team as well. Had some nice consistent finishes lately, and on track for another top 5. Just sitting in 6th at the moment, but Shane Brook has not pitted yet, who is in 5th in front of him. Just jump back now with our leaders still yet to pit. And here we go, Clayton Brooks is in the pits as well. Sitting there, so 3rd and 4th in the pit lane. Looking for some nice Clean exits, 17 seconds for Clayton, 18, 19. There's a long stop for Clayton Brooks here. And he's underway, 20 seconds for Kurt Stenberg. So these boys, don't know what's happening there, but they're taking on either a bit extra fuel or most of the other pit stops we've seen so far are around 16-second mark. Oh, there's a car back there with a lot of damage. Looks like Shane Best has dropped off my timing sheet, so I'm not sure what's happened to him. And our leader is in pit lane. We'll just keep an eye on this stop and see what kind of speed his crew can do their stop in. Looks like second place, drive straight through him as well. Drove Fizzle in as well. Clayton Brooks comes around onto the main straight. Tobias just exiting. So Tobias will stay out in front of this race with 18 laps to go. Boys will definitely be fueled enough. Tobias' stop was at 20 seconds, so these boys that have done a short fuel, maybe they took on more than they should have to start off with, but they might struggle near the end of the race. Now there's a big gap back. Got 3.3 seconds back to Jared, but Clayton Brooks is almost 40 seconds my timing is showing me, so don't know what's happened to him. Let's go back on with Kurt Stenberg now. He's just got Clayton Brooks up in front of him. Just out of screen there, as you can see. Field seems fairly spread out. Those pit stops have really shaken the field up a fair bit. Looks like maybe the battle for 7th, 8th and 9th is going to be a little bit closer. Yeah, it's still a bit spread out. Field just sorting through now. Everybody's made a pit stop except Isaac, who's a first of the lapped cars. Well, definitely there's been a problem with Shane Best as he's 5 laps down now. So it looks like our first retirement for the evening. Just having a look at Nils Jordan here. Currently running in the 10th position. Doing a good job. Had some good finishes lately as well. Looking for another top 10. Looks like Tobias now just coming out the back of Damian Gonchi, who is in 11th. Be showing the blue flag, so hopefully Damo sees those and won't make the pass too difficult for Tobias as he gets out of the way down the main straights and driving there by the KRF Aloha team member. Teammate of myself too in the official series. Oh, looks like a bit of a battle here. This is the third and fourth. Looks like Kurt Stenberg and Clayton Brooks. Brooksy must have made a bit of a mistake there and just allowed him to just go back to that battle. Must have made a mistake somewhere on the lap there. Tags one of the cones. Not close enough to make a run here on him. Down into turn 3. Or turn 4 if you count the kink. Just have a look out the back now of Clint Brooks' car. As Kurt Stenberg chases him down through the back section of the track. Oh, he's got a good exit out of there. The gap's staying pretty consistent. These boys will be on fresh tyres, so around turn 1 now. That gap pretty consistent. Close up under brakes. He's going to try and get a nice run out of here. Maybe set him up for the end of the straight for turn 3. Clint Brooks there doing a good job of holding him off. Just having a look back through the pack now. And just go through the top 10. Tobias Ernie in 1, Jared Fizzle in 2, Clayton Brooks in 3, Kurt Stenberg in 4, which is the battle we're watching at the moment, Mark Warmington in 5, Shane Brooks in 6th, Adrian Hagem in 7th, Jamie Eaton in 8th, and Brian Monga in 9th. Hills Jordan rounds out the top 10. This battle still raging on here for 3rd and 4th. Laps to go here, the Mid-Ohio Sports Car course. Looks like the field again is spread out a bit. We'll have a look around, see what's going on. Battle looks to be the one to watch. Looks like Tobias now just coming up again on some lap traffic. Looks like Jamie Eaton just letting him past. Jamie currently running in 8th. Andre Hagedem in 7th, just in front here in the Valvoline Falcon. Just gonna let Tobias through there. Tobias now up to lapping position number 7. Next on his list to be Shane Brook. Shane at the moment just running his own race. He's got a fair gap either side of him, so no need to panic too much. He's up 2 positions where he started, which is a good result. He'll just be looking to keep it nice and consistent and get this top 10 finish. Still got a bit of a battle going on here between Clayton Brooks and Kurt Stenberg. coming up on some lap traffic that should make it interesting. It's going to close that gap right up. Looks like Brenton O'Brien out in front of this pack here. Looks like Brenton just pulling off to the side there, letting these two through with their own battle. Now in front of them's the battle now for where are we? 9th, 10th, 11th. So they won't want to lose too much speed letting these leaders past, as they've got their own battle to handle. That gap just opening up again now, just slightly out to about 0.7 of a second. Through the back section of this track, very tricky, very difficult to overtake with the slipperiness of the track. Oh, as he gives him a touch there, just lets him know, get out of my way. As he comes through, but it looks like Kurt Stenberg is going to close right up now. As they let him through. That battle pack was nice and close, and now the leaders have come through and it's kind of spread them back out a bit. We got another car in the pits. You got Andrew Hagen in pit lane, pitting from 12th position by the look of it. Lap 27 of 38, almost coming around to 10 laps to go. Tobias still out with a nice 4.7 second lead over Jared Frizzle. And Clayton Brooks in third with Kurt Stenberg in fourth, which is again the battle we're watching at the moment, just getting through some lap traffic. As Kurt Stenberg there, looks like he had a bit of trouble getting around the lap car there. A little bit of a nudge on the way through. Back watching our leader Tobias Cerny now. We're just on 10 laps to go. Reens there, lets him through. Nice and courteous. Had a solid drive today. Tobias led from lap 1, although he didn't have the pole, so but coming to turn 1 asserted his authority and straight out to the front and just extended his gap pretty much each lap as he needs to. Looks like this battle for third and fourth is still going on nicely. Looks like it's going to go right down to the wire. 10 laps remaining now. So with Shane Best the only retirement so far. It's been a fairly clean race, not too many incidents. Smaller field obviously helping the cause. Once again, just like to thank our sponsors with 10 laps remaining. We've got GT Omega Racing for all your sim racing needs. Leo Bodnar for all your modification needs for your G27 pedals, etc. And Sim Garage, which is our newest sponsor for this season. And also, as always, you can follow us on Twitter and Facebook, and keep up to date with all the happenings in the ARLTV world. Kurt Stenberg here, really working hard to try and get this podium position off Clayton Brooks. These two been battling most of the race, just coming up on Jamie Eaton here. A little bit of lap traffic, Jamie travelling in 7th. Oh, looks like Kurt Stenberg might have a bit of a run at him here, down the back straight. Will he have a dive? Not sure. No, it looks like he's just going to tuck back in. Coming into the technical section, starting with turn 3 or 4, whichever one you believe. His aim here will just be keep as close as he can to the tag car and try and get him coming onto the main straight, then into turn 1. Tobias only now to a 4.7 second lead over Jared Frizzle in 2nd. As this battle really closes up now. Kurt Stenberg right on the tail of Clayton Brooks. See if this draft makes any difference at the moment. Looks like he might be a little bit too far back. Seems like Kurt gets a lot better run, car's a lot tighter through those S's. Clayton's car seems to be a bit stronger through the faster sections of the track, so kind of evens itself out over the lap. Oh, as Kurt Stenberg runs a little bit wide there, misses the apex of that corner, that'll cost him a little bit coming onto the main straight. Coming to turn 2 now. Still maintaining decent gap. Looks like these boys take it right down to the wire. Once again looks at him down the main straight, but won't be able to get the job done that time. A little battle here, Jamie and Brian Monga by the looks of it. Yeah, it's Nils Jordan there. beats the lap car in front by a little bit. Yeah, field very spread out now in the mid section of the field. So we'll go back to this battle up front with Jared, who's in second there. Just go back to Clayton Brooks into this battle now for third and fourth. 6 laps remaining. Once again, been a good race all round. Boys doing a good job keeping the racing fairly clean. Still Tobias with a 5.2 second lead over Jared Fizzle. Looks like Jared might have just dropped a little bit of time off on that last lap. So these boys really start to turn up the heat in the last couple of laps. 5 laps remaining now. Again, be sure to tune in at half an hour after this series finishes. We've got the Asia GT Championship. Always exciting racing. I believe Alex Simpson will be back in the box for that one. Possibly Brenton O'Brien joining him. I know it's been very entertaining racing the last few weeks, so no doubt another race there to be watched. Now Kurt Stenberg really turning up the pressure, trying to force Clayton into a mistake here. Just jump on board now, Kurt Stenberg. They come up to the lap traffic. Lap traffic gets out of the way. Oh, a bit loose there by Kurt. Tyres starting to wear a little bit thin again. Seems to close up nicely under brakes, but the ANZ car there just seems to pull away a bit. Sounds like they're saving possibly a little bit of fuel again still. These two with the closest battle on the track at the moment. The rest of the field fairly spread out. Tobias still leading with 3 laps remaining. It's up to a 5.4 second lead over Jared Fizzle. Looks like Brian Monger might have dropped down a bit from down into 11th. Must have had a bit of a moment there, just showing on the timing sheets. Still no change in third and fourth place, as we can see. Got Stenberg, Clayton Brooks getting a lot of airtime today. Got the closest battle on the track. Those pit stops earlier on really made the difference. These two been battling out all race. Shook the rest of the field up a bit, which is made for not such an exciting race as normally some of these tracks. Oh, this Kurt Stenberg nearly takes the back end of Clayton's car out there. I'm very deep under brakes. Let's watch this battle now, and we'll jump on board with Tobias for his last lap. When he comes around, oh, Kurt looks for another. Sticks the nose out coming into turn 2. Thinks better of it once again. Could have a run on him down now, down the main straight. It's got close enough for a draft. Oh, as Brooks cleans up all bar one of the witch's hats on the kink. Very hard on the brakes there, coming in turn 3. Through turn 4 and 5, complex there. Stanley really pushing it hard now. He's closed that gap right up. Last lap now for Tobias. Will break away from this at the moment and come back to it. Tobias had another solid race today. He was on the penultimate lap. Around turn 2. Avoided all the trouble. Led from pretty much turn 1 onwards. Once again, looks like he's going to extend his lead in this championship. Even the ANZ boys coming back, it's just showed how consistent he is lately with his driving. It looks like just as we broke away, Clayton Brooks and Kurt Stenberg, Clayton Brooks has claimed third position on the timing. Tobias now with only about half a lap to go, about 3 corners. And Tobias rounds the last corner and will win the round 7 of the ARLTV Supercar V8 Supercar Championship at Mid-Ohio. Convincing win. Just go back to this battle now. 3rd place. It's on like Donkey Kong and has been all race now. Joe Fizzle with a nice 2nd place there. These two aren't going to stop till the last corner. Looks like Brooksy had got that position back. There was 2 changes there while we weren't watching. And Clayton Brooks will come around to claim the last podium position, followed by Kurt Stenberg. Mark Wilmington here looking for another top 5 finish. Once again being very consistent. He'll be stoked with that effort. Going through the last couple of corners now. And comes across the line for 5th, rounding up to 5. Brooksy's already celebrating. All these cars were a lap down, so they have all finished. So we'll just run through, see if I can get this results page up properly. No, it's not going to work. So we'll go through in first, Tobias Cerny taking out the win. Jared Fizzle in 2nd. Clayton Brooks in 3rd, Kurt Stenberg in 4th, and Mark Warmington in 5th, Shane Brook in 6th. Where else are we? And Andre Hangum in 7th, Jamie Eaton in 8th, Niels Jordan in 9th, Brenton O'Brien rounding out the top 10, Brian Monga in 11th, Damien Manucci in 12th, Green Stages in 13th, Isaac Ferro in 14th, and Shane Best with the only retirement of the race in 15th spot. Well, thanks again for tuning in to round 7 of the ARLTV Championship from Mid-Ohio Sports Car Course. Be sure to tune in next week. I'm not sure where we're at. I'll just have a look. Not sure where we're at next week, but tune in anyway, and we will see you then. Goodbye from the ARLTV team, and thanks again for watching.